Many Americans are struggling with finances a year into the pandemic here, but a new CNBC survey shows the hardships are not being felt equally across race and gender lines. Our Sharon Epperson has the details. Hey, Sharon.
Hey, John, looking at saving and investing nearly 1 year after the COVID-19 crisis began, the latest CNBC and Acorns Invest in You survey conducted by SurveyMonkey found stark disparities among some groups. In terms of saving for the unexpected, 52% of respondents said they'd tap their savings account if they needed $2,000 for an emergency. 10% said they'd borrow the money from family or a friend. But another 10% said they didn't know where they'd get the money. Blacks were more likely than Hispanics, whites, or Asians to say that they did not know how they'd come up with that much money for an emergency. And compared to the overall average, the share of Hispanic and Black women who couldn't come up with $2,000 nearly doubled at 19% for each group. Now, those numbers are bleak, but so were findings before the pandemic. In 2019, the Federal Reserve found that 12% of adults were unable to pay even a $400 emergency expense. Now, when it comes to investing, there were some encouraging findings for new investors. 10% of respondents said they bought stock for the first time in the past 12 months, and 7% started contributing to a retirement account during the pandemic. A greater percentage of new investors were people of color. While 8% of whites bought stock for the first time in the past year, 13% of Hispanics, 13% of blacks, and 14% of Asians were first-time buyers. And John, these survey results came from a diverse national sample of more than 6,000 adults with family incomes ranging from $15,000 to over $150,000 last year.